Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You are here because you're worth it, and I'm so glad you joined me. If you're new to this channel, my name is Danae, and I am a personal trainer and health coach who supports women looking to jump back into health and wellness and to do so in a sustainable way. If that sounds like you, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and to ring the bell so that you get notifications every time I drop a new video. Today's video is by request from you all to talk about how I get movement into my day despite my busy schedule. So I'm a mom, I have a business obviously, and I wear many hats. How do I sneak movement in and make sure that I'm doing so every day? And I do try to move every single day. And for me, I like to speak about movement different than exercise or working out, because I think there just rings a different connotation to that nowadays. A lot of us will equate working out or exercise as some kind of hardcore, I have to be at the gym, I have to be sweating for a certain amount of time, I have to be, really exerting myself. And I really like to speak about movement because it is what we need really for our sustainable long-term health, in terms of being able to make sure that we're thinking about just walking every day, right? Riding our bikes, going for leisurely activities that are just moving our bodies. And even that is difficult, and a reminder that we need to give so many people, especially busy women like you, because these days are so busy, and you can really get wrapped up in working from the moment you wake up to the moment you sit down, or to the moment you pick up the kids, and not moving for yourself or giving yourself any time to move. So the first way that I add in movement is to remind myself why it is so important. So for every aspect of my day that feels like, oh gosh, I really need to get that done, and I can't add movement in right now, or I can't go for a walk, or I can't get that quick workout, I can't do those calisthenics, I can't do that ab workout right now because I really need to get this done. I try to always remind myself that by adding in movement in my day, I am so much more productive, I am so much more healthier, I have my head on straight, I can think clearer, and those things are really important. They help me be more productive through the work that I'm doing. So if there's ever a time where I'm like, oh, the excuse is that I have so much to get done, then I remind myself, well, actually, that's exactly the reason that I should make sure that I get this workout in, right? Because it's going to help me. And everything that I'm going to refer to today in this video is going to be cumulative effects. So the more that you're doing it, the more that you're making sure that your workouts are regular, the more that you are moving throughout the day, every single day for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or, an hour a day, then you will realize that those things affect your thought processes and how quickly you're able to clear the fog from your mind or work on a task very directly. And so that is what I keep in mind. I keep in mind my why. Why do I move like this? Why do I make time for movement? It's very important. So that really helps me as a North Star, right? The other thing that I do is I try to get it in as early as I can. So as much as possible, I try to work out right away in the morning. I do leave my time for meditation and for reflection and for my gratitude journal for sure, but I also love to do my movement in the morning. That way, anything in addition that I do have time for in the day, if I do get another time for a walk or something like that, it's just kind of extra, it's bonus. I'm definitely at least getting, maybe it's only 10 minutes in the morning, right? Maybe it's a quick routine with a home workout band that I love to use. I'm looking at mine right there across the room from me. Or maybe it's making sure I'm doing my core workout. Maybe I'm going for a quick run, and I call it going for a run whether I do 5 minutes or I do 35 minutes, right? And I went for a run today and I got myself started, and that's important. And so if you can keep that momentum going, that's really going to help you. And also, to that point, what helps me is making sure my mindset around what counts as a workout really changes. So I focus on making sure that my movement is happening and not necessarily how much I'm doing every single day, because I can really get myself caught up in all or nothing, right? If I can't run for the full 20 minutes, then I shouldn't go running at all. If I can't go for the hour walk, what's the point? I'm not gonna maybe burn that many calories, or I'm not even gonna be able to work up a sweat. I try to just take that out of my mind because I'm focusing on holistic wellness over the long term. And so I know that over time, if I can make sure I'm working out or moving every single day for 10 minutes, for even 5 minutes, that's a big deal, because my body will get accustomed to doing that. It will start to crave it. It will start to do it regularly, and it will start to feel like this is absolutely required for part of my day. Similarly, on the other hand, if we wait too long between just going for a walk, which many of us can go 6-7 days without going for a walk, even just in the neighborhood, then we find ourselves easily able to just want to sit more. It's just kind of this natural progression of things in motion stay in motion, and things at rest, right, kind of stay at rest unless they're otherwise moved. So it's really important to keep that momentum going and to just be doing little things day to day. That's really important. So in addition to those tips, the ways that I make sure that I get movement in every single day is also I sit on my therapy ball. So I mentioned this in another video, but this ball that I'm sitting on now always reminds me to kind of shift my hips while I'm working. It reminds me to kind of take care of my spine health. And now I'm just dancing. And it reminds me to move, and it gives me movement throughout my day. And usually for me, once I start doing this, I'll start kind of doing this. I do keep a dumbbell right next to my desk, because sometimes I just want movement while I'm thinking. If I'm like thinking of something while I'm about to write creatively, or maybe write a newsletter for you guys or something like that, then I will use movement to help my thought process move along and to help me kind of move through my thoughts. And so I do keep lightweight dumbbells next to my my desk, which I work from home, so that's great, and I can do that. But in most offices, there wouldn't be a problem with that either. I do sit on my therapy ball, which helps me move, and I always have something that I have as a go-to that I can do throughout the day. So this is the next tip. Make sure that you have some quick workouts or exercises or movements that you know you can do quickly. So for sure, that is getting outside and being able to walk for 5 to 10 minutes without working up a sweat before the next call. I know that's oftentimes our excuse, right? We don't want to get sweaty, or we don't have time to, get all agitated. There's a call happening, but you can walk around your house and you don't have to get too sweaty. And the other thing that you can do is have workouts that you know will move quickly for you. So you know that you're going to do your bicycle crunches, and then you're going to do your leg lifts, and then you're going to do a side plank for 30 seconds, and then you're going to repeat that 3 times. Like, you just have that in your mind, that anytime you're just like, oh, I just need to move, I just haven't worked out today, whether it's like right before bed, you just can do that, knock that out, and you've done something. And again, momentum is incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful tool. Use it to your advantage, absolutely. All right, so the last tip I have for you, and something that I do every day to make sure that I'm getting movement in, is I take advantage of outside time. So I always remove myself from my computer or my office, or when I'm working on something, or even if I'm just relaxing inside, and try to do those things outside. So if I'm typing on my computer, I'll change to a notebook and go sit on my deck and do some of that outside. I will make sure that I'm doing a board game with the kids outside if the weather's nice, so that it gets me in nature. And absolutely, as soon as I'm in nature, I'm ready to start moving more and to be, outside. So we tend to then kick the ball around in the yard, or the next thing I know, I am going for a walk, or, I'm realizing, gosh, I haven't done any movement today. I'm going to get some yoga poses done in the sun and do some sun salutations, right? There's something about that for me, that once I'm out in nature, I'm a little bit away from what might be screens or a space that maybe I equate to sitting down, like inside of a home, then I'll be moving. I'll be standing up and doing whatever it is I'm doing. I'll take phone calls outside all the time. So that's another tip, is that if you are someone that has a lot of things going on and always busy, try to couple the things that make you really busy, not the things that make you busy, but try to couple the things that you need to do with things that you can do as well. So if you have to be on a call and it doesn't need to be a video call, suggest that it be a phone call. If you're the person in charge of that call, suggest that it be a phone call, so that you can encourage even the other person to go for a walk with you while you're on the phone. I did that all the time during COVID, and it was a really great help for me, because I could just get outside to the cul-de-sac and walk circles for hours and hours, when I'd be on the phone with my therapist, when I'd be on the phone with my clients, when I'd be on the phone for everything, on the teachers that would call you. Everything you had to do was on the phone or virtual, right? So I would go outside and get a quick walk in. While the kids were home, I could still see them and be right there and just walk around, and it just made me feel like I was removing myself from the space that I was in, and it gave me movement. And by the time you finish a 10-minute call, a 30-minute call, you could have walked that whole time, right? And so that definitely helps me. So I try to think of that as well. Like, I say to myself, okay, I'm getting a phone call, like, let me just get up from my desk and I'll walk around to take this call if I need to take it. And this actually, I just remembered one other one that I use all the time that I totally forgot to mention to you guys, which is I have an indoor treadmill, really cheap treadmill that folds, and it can slide under furniture, couches, things like that. It's very small. See if I can link one below for you guys. And I pull that out all the time, so it's just there. And then, especially in the wintertime, this is the most useful because it is in the house. I can walk. I put it in a space that I use often, so we would keep one in the living room often. Now I keep one in my office, and I can just turn it on really quickly. It takes up zero space. I can pull it out, I can store it back, and I can just be walking while I'm on that phone call or walking while I'm thinking. And I actually then added a laptop stand, so I can walk at my treadmill technically and sit on my laptop and be doing work if I need to, if I'm thinking through something, and that's great. And again, I'm able to do that movement easily because I'm not thinking about, okay, am I getting on the treadmill to sweat? Am I getting on the treadmill to run 3 miles? Sometimes I'll do that, but if I'm just getting on the treadmill to walk the way I would walk anytime, I don't have to worry about, oh, did I mess up my makeup before that call, or oh, am I gonna get too worked up before this next call? So I definitely recommend trying to do that if you're looking to sneak movement into your day. Make sure that you get your treadmill or something that you can have at home so that you can always have something ready to go right there. I am so glad that you guys joined this video. I really hope it was helpful for you. If you guys haven't moved today, definitely get up and move. Do anything. It's going to be great. A couple jumping jacks, maybe some squats, maybe some push-ups. I love a good push-up. Always try to do your best to just sneak in some movement as much as you can. And when you guys do that, shout your successes. Share with us that you moved today. Make sure that you note your wins and know your whys and know that you are contributing to your health and your longevity of your life and your wellness, and it's an important thing. So definitely encourage you all to find ways that work for you to sneak in movement. If any of these tips work for you, use them, steal them, do them all the time. Movement is so important for all of your body, especially your joints, and for delaying arthritis down the line. It's really important. So if you like this video, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel for more content just like this, to like the video so it can reach other women, to ring the bell so you can get more notifications of videos just like this. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be well.